Welcome to English Easy Hub. Join us as we ignite the flames of your English learning journey together.
Please subscribe to watch and embark on your English learning journey. Don't miss out on the exciting content. This dialogue focuses on the effective use of self-recordings for improving spoken English. Simon seeks guidance from his professor on how to evaluate various aspects of his speech, including pronunciation, intonation, fluency, grammar, vocabulary, and overall communication skills. Through a series of thoughtful questions, Simon gains practical insights into self-assessment techniques, beneficial tools, and strategies for continuous improvement. The professor provides in-depth advice on how to overcome challenges, expand vocabulary, and simulate real-life conversations, making this dialogue a comprehensive guide for learners aiming to refine their spoken English.
Good morning, Professor. I've been trying to improve my spoken English, and I thought using recordings of myself might help. Could you explain how I can assess my speaking effectively?
Good morning, Simon. That's a fantastic approach. Recording yourself is an excellent way to gain insights into your pronunciation, fluency, grammar, and vocabulary use. Start by selecting a specific topic to speak about for a few minutes. Then listen to the recording objectively. Pay attention to your pronunciation first. Are there any sounds that seem unclear or mispronounced? Note down the words that cause trouble and practice them in isolation using pronunciation guides or language learning apps. Additionally, consider listening to native speakers saying similar sentences to internalize the correct sound patterns.
That makes sense. But sometimes, I struggle to notice specific pronunciation issues. Are there any tools or techniques that could help?
Absolutely. One helpful method is to compare your recording to native speakers. You can find sample dialogues, speeches, or podcasts. Play them alongside your recording and notice the differences. Additionally, phonetic tools like the International Phonetic Alphabet, IPA, can help you understand how sounds are produced. You could also try using language learning apps that offer feedback on pronunciation. For a more immersive approach, try using AI pronunciation analysis tools, which can give you specific feedback on which sounds you need to work on.
I see. What about my intonation and stress? I've read that they are crucial in making speech sound natural.
You're right. Intonation and stress convey meaning and emotion. Listen to your recording and identify any monotone speech or incorrect stress patterns. Native speakers often use rising intonation for questions and falling intonation for statements. Shadowing exercises, where you mimic a speaker's tone and rhythm, are a powerful way to internalize these patterns. Additionally, practicing with audiobooks and paying attention to how narrators emphasize words can refine your understanding of stress and rhythm.
Interesting. And how can I evaluate my fluency? Sometimes I pause too much or repeat words.
Fluency is about maintaining a natural flow without unnecessary pauses or hesitations. While reviewing your recording, count the filler words like or like. Also, notice if you repeat phrases. Practice speaking on familiar topics to build confidence and reduce those fillers. You can also try timed speaking exercises to push yourself to speak more fluidly. Another helpful exercise is to practice impromptu speaking using prompts from apps or websites that offer random topics. This forces you to think and respond quickly.
That sounds practical. I also worry about my grammar. How should I approach that aspect?
Grammar issues often become more evident when you listen to yourself. As you analyze your recording, note any subject-verb agreement errors, tense mistakes, or awkward phrasing. Write down these errors and try reconstructing the sentences correctly. Over time, you'll notice recurring patterns and be able to correct them proactively. Additionally, reading grammar-focused content like online blogs, academic articles, or grammar practice apps can reinforce correct usage. Consider using grammar-checking tools to analyze transcripts of your recordings for further insights.
And what about vocabulary? I often repeat the same words instead of using varied expressions.
Vocabulary expansion is indeed essential. After each recording session, make a list of words or phrases you overused. Then, find synonyms or alternative expressions. Reading and listening to diverse content will expose you to new vocabulary. Challenge yourself to use these new words in your next recording. You could also create personalized vocabulary lists based on the topics you discuss most often. Using flashcard apps with spaced repetition algorithms can ensure long-term retention of new words.
That's really helpful. Sometimes I feel self-conscious when listening to my voice. How can I overcome this?
Many people experience that. It's perfectly normal. Start by detaching yourself emotionally from the recording and think of it as an opportunity for improvement. Instead of focusing on how your voice sounds, concentrate on what you can learn. With practice, you'll become more comfortable. Additionally, recording yourself in different settings, like talking to a friend, presenting information, or storytelling, can make you more accustomed to hearing your voice. This exposure will gradually reduce the discomfort.
I guess mindset matters a lot. How frequently should I record myself to see noticeable progress?
Consistency is key. Aim to record yourself 2 to 3 times a week. Keep your topics varied, from daily experiences to abstract concepts. After a month, revisit earlier recordings to track your progress. Self-reflection combined with regular practice accelerates improvement. Maintaining a reflective journal where you log feedback from each session can also enhance your learning.
Thank you, Professor. Do you recommend sharing recordings with others for feedback?
Absolutely. Sharing your recordings with language partners, teachers, or online language communities can provide valuable external feedback. Others might catch issues you overlooked and offer constructive suggestions. Some language exchange platforms even provide real-time feedback, which can be incredibly beneficial.
That makes sense. Should I transcribe my recordings too?
Transcription is an excellent idea. It helps you analyze sentence structure, identify grammar mistakes, and observe your word choice. You could even compare your transcription with how you intended to express yourself. This gap analysis will offer deeper insights into your areas for improvement. Using transcription software can speed up the process, allowing you to focus on error analysis rather than typing.
I hadn't thought about that. Is there a specific way to organize these transcriptions to get the most out of them?
Good question. You can create a simple chart with columns for the original sentence, the corrected version, and notes on why the correction was necessary. This format allows you to visualize your progress and recognize common mistakes. Over time, you'll notice patterns that indicate where you need more targeted practice.
That's a helpful strategy. I also tend to use repetitive sentence structures. How can I make my speech more dynamic?
Variety is key. Try using different sentence patterns like compound and complex sentences. Reading aloud from books or articles can expose you to diverse structures. Additionally, practicing storytelling and summarizing what you read or watch can naturally enhance your sentence variety. For extra practice, analyze speeches by accomplished speakers, paying attention to how they construct sentences to maintain interest.
I like that. What if I want to simulate real-life conversations? How can I make that part of my recording practice?
Role-playing exercises work wonderfully for that. Choose scenarios such as ordering food at a restaurant, making an appointment, or discussing a project with a colleague. You could record both sides of the dialogue, practicing tone and phrasing. It's a fun and practical way to prepare for real conversations. Partnering with a language buddy for role plays and exchanging feedback afterward can also be extremely beneficial.
That sounds engaging. I sometimes struggle with maintaining the right pace when I speak. Any advice on that?
Certainly, speaking too fast or too slowly can affect clarity. Practice reading aloud while consciously adjusting your speed. Try using metronome apps to develop a steady pace. Additionally, pausing naturally at punctuation marks can make your speech more deliberate and expressive. Practicing mindfulness exercises, like deep breathing, can also help you maintain control over your speech tempo.
Thank you so much, Professor. I feel much more confident about using recordings for self-assessment now.
You're very welcome, Simon. Keep practicing, stay patient with yourself, And remember that each recording is a step toward mastery. Good luck.
In summary, using self-recordings for English speaking practice is an invaluable method for identifying areas of improvement. By analyzing pronunciation, intonation, fluency, grammar, and vocabulary, learners can gain a deeper understanding of their strengths and weaknesses. The professor's recommendations, including shadowing exercises, transcription analysis, vocabulary expansion, and simulated conversations, provide a well-rounded approach to language learning. With consistent practice, constructive feedback, and a reflective mindset, learners can build confidence and achieve noticeable progress in their spoken English. This dialogue serves as a motivating and practical resource for anyone striving to become a more effective English communicator.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share to keep the English learning journey alive.